Well, yeah, it's
going on a road
good.
trip, which is what we're going to be doing in Key West next week.
Marty
That's right.
Nickel.
I'll be hopping in the car tomorrow, 6-hour drive.
That's right. That's
Hit
right.
the gas. I'm out of town.
But joining us right now, my brother from another mother.
That's right.
The man, the Captain Jack himself, Rick Martinez. How you doing, brother?
Hey, man, I'm doing great. How about you?
Man, I'll tell you, like I said, I think I'm doing better than I deserve is what everybody tells me. But, man, I'm so glad to have you on the tube, as they say it.
But, I wanted to put on my sunglasses for my brother.
Well, there you go.
yeah,
There you go.
But,
man.
I need to be, let's go the whole author sort of look, and I'll be studious.
Yeah.
So here you go.
Well, there you
Ta-da.
go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Well, congratulations on your second children's book.
Thank you.
And man, I tell you, it's become obviously being a professional pirate like you have been all these years, and working with children and going to children's. Those children's.
What?
And going to children's hospitals and doing all
Here, hold on a second. Here you go.
Yeah.
Grab your cup.
Yeah.
Welcome
Yes.
to Pirate Rum Radio. Remember that one?
Oh, yeah. Pirate Rum Radio. Yes, man. I always like reminiscing about those Tiki Island radio days. We had so much fun doing that back in the day.
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Am I on?
Yeah, I can hear you
It's
now.
So much
There
fun.
you go.
Oh my God. No, but that was so much fun, and I had a blast every Thursday night with so many people listening.
Yeah.
But the book is I always wanted to do something. I mean, going to schools and libraries, hospitals, reading to kids, doing all that stuff, or reading other people's stuff. I was like going, okay, time to step up your game.
Yeah.
You can do this, and here we are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Good Night Ship is my words, and Matt Pekarsky, my illustrator, he just captured them. We sat down, went over a bunch of stuff. He threw me some sketches, and I was like going, wow,
Yeah.
whoa. And it's a beautiful book, and I just want this book to go national. I want this book to be everywhere. It's just one of a bunch that we're going to do together, and he's done an amazing job. He's captured my words, and he's really brought them to life, and I'm so happy that we fell together through a mutual friend.
Sure.
And he just believes in me, and I believe in him, and it's just great. It's just amazing.
Well, I tell you, it's not easy. A children's book is so much because it's so illustrated. It has to be illustrated right to capture the imagination of the kids. But it was natural for you to want to do that because you would go to children's hospitals and read books to children all the time. So why not have your own pirate book, right?
Exactly. But after amassing all my own books to go to schools and libraries, we'd have pirate days, and we'd do a bunch of different fun things. And at the end, we would make newspaper pirate hats with the kids and do all this fun stuff. But I was reading other people's stuff.
Yeah.
Now I can start going after we get a few more out, and I'll do it anyways. But after we get a few more out, I'm going to go to libraries as a different pirate, as my own pirate, not the other guy, and have some fun with the kids, and really get them involved. And what I'd like to do eventually is do like a little workshop with some libraries and put the story together and work with Matt, and then say, hey, this library, and then maybe have the proceeds go to that library once we get the book out there. It would be just help them a lot, because all our stuff is based on grants. And I go to libraries, and it was one of my main gigs at schools. But I always told them, I may be a pirate, but I'm not a thief. And I always charge them just accordingly, where I would get called back every year. So what I want to do with this book is get it out there, get it everywhere, get it national, get the attention it needs, because Matt put together something amazing with the illustrations. Yeah, my words are good, but he made them even better with the illustrations.
Sure.
What we're working to do is basically two dads getting it out there, promoting literacy and having fun at the same time. I don't care about, the notoriety. I just want out there. I want that out there for kids to see that you can do this.
Yeah.
You know, I'm being self-published. I don't picked up by a publisher. I don't really care to get picked up by a publisher. I like doing my own gig. I like to do it on my terms, and like to go out there and, you know, be a real pirate, and it's on my own terms. So there you go.
Well, there you go. Yeah, and of course last year, with the whole pandemic, I mean, you were just like a regular artist out there that lost gigs. I mean, it was tough on. What did you lose, like 100 and something gigs last year?
Oh yeah, and so what I did to make myself feel sort of relevant. My neighbor across the street, you know how we had our pods, you know, the people we hung out with. So my neighbor came across the street because my wife's a school teacher, so she was online during the day, you know, and getting that all done. So we would go back to my tiki hut, and made it look like the inside of a pirate ship, and I was doing Facebook Live readings, and that's where I came up with Goodnight Ship. And I wrote that all down, and then I had a little puppet and really did some really bad, really bad stuff with him. But he was reading a story to the kids, so she would focus on them. And then I came up with our other book that's going to be out sometime between May and June. It's called The Captain's Quandary, and it was just basically when I wrote that. To a good friend of mine, Gary McElvain, we were talking, and he told me, he says, we needed something about, you know, dealing with COVID. So I wrote this story. It's called The Captain's Quandary, and basically it's how a pirate captain was dealing with COVID at the time. And that's going to be coming out. Because I've seen all these other COVID books that are out there. I was like, you know, C is for COVID, and, you know, P is for pandemic. Nah. So it's basically letting them know that, yeah, we've gone through this. We're going through this. We're going to work out together, and there's going to be a means to the end. So that's going to be our next book. And then we're going to revisit my very first book with a whole new look at it. I've rewritten it. I've added stuff to it. And then we're going to bring the pirates and the characters from this book, Goodnight Ship, to it. So it's going to be sort of like a prequel, and it's going to be some fun with that.
There you go. We need 3 books so we can make it into a movie, right?
or an animated sort of thing, yeah. It would be sort of cool. He's also into animations too. He's just full on. He's a great young man. His ideas, and it was cool too, because, you know, a lot of people get very standoffish when someone recommends the words to the story. And, you know, with me, I have no real ego. And he said, you know, what if if you wrote it sort of like this? And the other thing that I had to do with him is also I had to read it out loud and then record it for him. So as he was drawing, he could hear how the story is supposed to go. You know, being a storyteller and going to libraries and schools and whatnot, it's the way you tell the story to get your audience engaged. So, you know, some people go, once upon a time, you know, and then you have me go, once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
You know, so I read them for him and recorded them and sent it to him. And that's how, as he's drawing, he can listen and draw and understand what we're looking at. It's been a great partnership right now, and I foresee a lot of good stuff coming down the pike.
That's cool, man. It's just so good to see you follow your passion and whatever it is that people have that drives them. And this is such a unique thing because, you know, I did kind of dabble into the children's book thing, and it's so, I mean, you got to really have somebody that can illustrate all that and make it work and to capture that. So if he can take your thoughts and your words and turn it into that story, that's such a magical thing, and it's not easy to find. You know, it really is.
No, it's not. No, I mean, with the first book, it was okay. It was rushed, and I didn't see where he's local, and he'll come over to my house, and we sit down, we go through stuff, and that's what you really need. You can't. Was the first book. First book's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this being that interaction where he came over to the house, we had a couple of glasses of rum, talking about some stuff, and that was great. He disappeared on me.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
You're back. You're back now. Yeah.
Okay,
we're back.
So, but I mean, that's the cool thing about it, is that there's somebody right close by that we can work together constantly and talk to each other whenever we need. And I think that once we're all said and done, you guys are going to enjoy this whole story that we got coming along.
Well, the first book, a Pirate IB, my granddaughter was in town for a couple of weeks or so, and she read it, and she really enjoyed it. So she told me to pass that along to you.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I think once I send this book out to you too, you're going to really love this. I mean, I sent you the PDF so you can see the quality of work. It's just beautiful. And I want to get this out there everywhere. I'm emailing like crazy. I'm doing all the PR stuff you have to do. You know how that goes.
Sure.
Hopefully one person says yes. I mean, I'm used to people saying no, but that's their problem. That's their loss. We go on to the next one.
Well, you never know who's listening. I mean, I think you'd mentioned that you'd reach out to Dolly Parton because she has all those books that she recommends, and she's really big into children's books as well. And of course, you never know. We got a lot of friends down in Orlando at Walt Disney World. You never know what might happen there. So
just remember, take a look. It's a pretty book.
Yeah, it is a pretty book. It needs to be in every gift shop in Walt Disney World. Okay.
Yeah. Down in Key West, and have
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good quality book. I went with a good publishing company, which is Ingram Spark, who takes care of a lot of books throughout the world. And the nice thing with them is they're not asking you for $3,000 to promote your book. It's basically with my illustrator. He can download the stuff, boom, for $50, boom, it's out there. We know the cost of our books, what we're going to have to make, and how we should price accordingly, and we go from there. And, like I said, again, I may be a pirate, but I'm not a thief. I don't want to rip people off. And I want schools and libraries to be able to get it and, contact me. We'll get that out to you guys. I mass emailed a bunch of libraries here in New York State. But, it's going to be all good. And once this thing lifts a little bit more, I had my first shot, waiting for my second one in April. So hopefully, be able to get to certain places and see people, do some book signings, all that fun stuff.
That's cool, man. I really am proud for you for being able to follow this passion like we talked about and to get it out there. I mean, there's, it's kind of like doing radio. The only reason you do it is not, nobody's getting rich in radio, right? So, and it's a lot of work. So the best thing to do is, follow your passion and make people happy. And you're able to do that through your books. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we had a lot of fun with, messing around with it back in the day with the radio shows. So, and checking everything out, going, this ain't working. How am I going to do this? So
doing sound checks at 3:00 in the morning. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
I don't know. I've been drinking rum for 2 hours. Let me. Yeah.
Does it work? Yeah.
A lot of people.
Speaking of rum, the best part of waking up is a little rum in your cup.
I love it.
Trust me, it is.
Yeah. Well, man, I tell you, it's so cool. Now, how cool would it have been back in the day when we were doing your show and you were in full pirate gear doing radio? If you'd have been on the cameras and all that good stuff too. I mean, it'd have been a whole. I don't know if we'd have wanted to be on cameras back then.
No, because it was just like, give me some more of that. I don't know if this one's gonna work. I mean, I had some decent shows. I mean, my tribute shows, and it was weird because when I was on, David Bowie passed away, and I did a David Bowie show, and we had a boatload of people. I'm getting emails from people from England going, listen to the show. Then when my hero Prince passed away, that show blew up.
I heard about that episode.
Yeah, the Prince. Yeah, I was telling her about it the other night.
that blew up. And here I am. I don't have my full library. I got a good friend down in Miami that I went to school with. She's sending me stuff. So during the show, you're hearing it go ping, ping. I'm getting new songs, and I'm just throwing it right up. And people are requesting stuff. It was nuts. It was supposed to be a couple-hour show, and I wound up going like 6 or 7 hours that night.
Wow. Yeah.
You know, because no one could get Prince content. Everything got shut down.
Yeah.
So we were the only ones that were basically doing it.
Yeah.
Then, you know, we have our faithful Bobby McQueen is like, going, dude, this rocks. How about this one? How about this one? You
Bobby
know?
McQueen, our island truck driver. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. And then we had Saxon Schultz out in Australia listening, going, dude, what about this one? I was like, let me see if I can get it. Hold on, you know, and I'm asking my friend, and she's sending stuff up. So it was a blast. I mean, live radio was live radio. Yeah. But we had a blast doing that. And we're talking about possibly in a few months doing me as a different pirate, starting to get our own YouTube channel and start reading my books and other people's that want to send their books in, other indie authors, and doing a little show like I was doing with Facebook Live, but we'll tape it and then we'll play it.
Yeah.
But you know what we need to do?
What?
We need to get Tiki Man up to my tiki bar.
Well, that's true.
And I'll show you how to bartend. I make my drinks.
Yeah.
And we could have a lot of fun and maybe throw a show. And if you get some New York people over here, and we can have some fun out back.
Well, you never know. We might could do that. I'd need 3 days. I'd need 1 day to prepare, 1 day to actually have the fun, and at least 1 day to recover.
Make it 4.
Make it 4.
For sure.
My drinks are strong, especially my margaritas. Ask some of my friends.
Yeah.
He loves margaritas and he loves rum.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, brother, tell everybody right quick where they can find these books and how they can find you, reach out to you to follow you for everything you got going on.
Okay. 1, I am on Amazon and Barnes & Noble. I was on Amazon Prime until today. I don't know what Amazon's doing. They always are a pain in the butt. You know how that goes.
Yes, I do.
So we're Amazon, Barnes & Noble, pirateb.com. That's my website. You can order there, especially if you want a personalized book. Order from me, and I will ship it out to you. I will autograph it for the kids. Also find me on Facebook, Rick Martinez, or Rick Martinez Children's Author page. And then, of course, I still have my Captain Jack for Hire page.
There you go.
But most of that stuff is basically my Rick Martinez page on Facebook. Send me a message. I can get stuff out to you. I've got 100 books coming. They should be here tomorrow that I'm going to do special autographs for people right in my local area right now, so they can get for Easter and put it in their Easter baskets. But I will have, the nice thing about Ingram Spark is POD. So pirateb.com, Amazon, if you can't wait for me, and Barnes & Noble. And there's a list of a lot of other retailers, so take a look. And also, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and pirates of all ages, get your libraries, get your schools to contact me and get this book there.
There you go.
You won't be disappointed. Trust me.
That's so cool, man. Well, man, I tell you, I really appreciate you joining us and being part of the show and seeing you, man. Just having you here, as people say, hey, we're going to be seeing you on the tube. So we really appreciate you being here and being a part of the show, brother.
Well, if you ever need a pirate rum filler, let me know, and I can always help you out there, too. I still have my list, but we can also have some fun with it, So,
I love it.
You never know what we can do here together.
That's right, man. You never know what might happen. That's right. So,
it's one of those things that we could cause a lot of trouble, Danny.
I know. I saw my mom yesterday, and of course, before I left, I'm like, now listen, stay out of trouble. And she's like, you stay out of trouble. All right, brother, we're going to let you fly, man. We'll talk to you soon, man, and good luck with everything, okay?
Thank you for having me, and I hope to talk to you soon. And good luck down in Key West.
Yep.
Looks like you're going to have some fun down there.
Yes, I believe we will.
Yeah, you've got an interesting character picking you up at the airport.
Yes.
Make sure he has at least one eye open.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, brother. We'll talk to you soon, man. See you,
Take
man.
care, man. Thank you so much.
All right, brother.
Bye.